Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the journey of understanding human life, creating a fulfilling life. And this is 100-day journey, 100-day course. We are at today's day 28 in 100 days. And we have uh, explored about the root cause of human life according to from scientific view, religious view, and moral philosophy view. And after that, we have lit the wisdom light, the state of mind light, the character light, the virtue light, the physic light, and the capability light or the competency light in our house. And today we'll light another light, another lamp in our house, which is wealth or material light in our house. And when we talk about finance or material or money, we also applied the reality triangle in this concept to materialize it. So we have the material manifestation of money, we have the energy of money, and we have the information of money. Money. So what is money to you? What is money to you? So when we talk about finance, money, we think that that is something we own in our bank account, in our pocket, our wallet, something that we can't, or our properties, assets, things that we own, right? We possess it. And that is the material manifestation of material manifestation form of money. And if you think money in that way, in that form, is limited, is limited, is limited of material manifestation or material expression. Manifestation. According to according to religious or religion and faith perspectives, we understand that the root cause of our life comes from our blessing and merit, right? It comes from our blessing and merit. So those who have more blessing, those who have more blessing and they experience a good material life. They experience the good material life. And those who have marriage, they experience the good spiritual life. Am I right? So even without money in your bank account, in your wallet, or you don't own any house, you don't own any house. But if you have blessing, you still can have the place to live, food to eat, things to drink, even without money. So it means that you have the money in the energy form, in the energy form, in the energy form. Let's say there is a concept, we call it possession, but not possess. Possession, but not possess. What does it mean? Like if you rent a house, or you rent a condominium, or you rent a place to live, and when you rent that house for a month, you have all the rights for that house, right? You can do whatever to that house, that unit, within 1 month, within 1 month. So you have you have every right when you live in that house where you rent, even though you don't own it. You don't need to spend money to buy it. You just rent a house. You have the whole rights for uh in that house. In that house. It means possession, but not possess. But not possess. And if in the next month you don't want to stay there anymore, so you rent another house. So you own that house. You owned that another house for 1 month. You can do whatever with that house. You have the place to live. You can enjoy the house and what facilities um, it has for you. It means that possession, but not possess. And with this concept, you can own many, many houses, many, many houses, many, many cars. When you book a Grab, like here in the Philippines, we will use Grabs or like I think in many countries they have Grab service. It's like a cab, um, but we book and driver will come to pick it up like a taxi. But there's an applications and we can check it there and book a driver and we can ask them uh, go wherever you want. So when we use that service, we owe that card, right? When we use the service, we owe that card, and we can ask the driver uh, bring us to wherever we want. That's possession, but not possess. So with that thinking, with that mindset, we can own many, many cars. And if we have this possession but not possess mindset, our material manifestation is not limited. It's not limited. Just the things that we think that we buy or we own it. And if we think money in a form of energy, in a form of energy, in a form of energy, is unlimited. Is unlimited. Have you ever encountered the situation that you have you don't have money, but you can use services, you can enjoy your life, you can do whatever you want without paying any penny. So it means that you was using the blessing. Someone just offer you something. Someone just offer you something. Offer you something. Someone just offer you something. And you can enjoy it without paying anything. But but actually you paid for that. You spent your blessing. You spend your blessing. Blessing is nothing other than your positive particles within you. The positive particles within you. Positive mass within you, which can help you have the good experience in life, good material experience in life. How about money in a form of information? Money in a form of information. Let's say if you have one information, it's money. Um, and you can see that easily in, let's say, there is a project to build a school, to build a school in a particular area, very, very big school, and follow that, there will be another facilities, uh, many um, infrastructures will follow. Is will be a very big project. Uh, will be undergo in that area. And if you are one amongst those people who know this information first, so before the price of that area increase, you buy that area. You buy the area or the area nearby. And when that information is public, many people want to buy that area, so you can earn a lot of money, right? Or if you have very discreet, very confidential information about of a company performance with the listed company. So if you have the inside information, for example, and you know that in the coming days, like um, in the upcoming days, uh, that information, when it released, it will affect the price of the company stocks in the market. So is it money to you? Yes. It can help you decide whether you will sell or you buy the stocks, right? So information, information is money. And if you think information is money, is infinite. So your money is infinite. You don't need to owe it. You don't need to owe it to have it. You need to owe it to have it. So if you want, if you want to have infinite money, if you want to have a lot of money, you need to open your mind to think money in the form of energy and information. Information. And how can it work? Let's say you want to build a school. You want to build a school, a very good environment for your next generation. Cultivate their potential and grow up. But you don't have enough money. You don't have enough money. And with your kindness, with your kindness and your talents, you have the plan, very perfect plan to build that school and how it works. And you share your idea to other people. And until one day, there are some benefactors. They have a lot of money, but they don't know how to do with that. They want to contribute to the society, but they don't know how to make it work, how to make their money work. So when they hear your idea, they think it's very beautiful to contribute their resource. So they contact you and the money comes. The money comes. So you have the money to do what you want, realize your dream, but you don't owe it. You don't owe that money, but you have it to do what you want, realize your dream. So it means that you have the money in a form of energy. And it's also come from your blessing because you have blessings. That's why you have that big amount of money. And if you owe the money in a form of information, so it means that you don't need to participate in that project, but still work. Like you have a dream to have a nursing home for the elderly, but you don't have money, you don't have resources, but you have that dream. And one day you heard that your friend or a group of people are doing that. And it's exactly as you imagine about a nursing home. So you don't need to participate in that project, but you have what you want. It means that you own the money in a form of information. I know it's very new to many people, and it's not that easy to accept. It's not that easy to accept to the normal thinking, but it's a way the money works. And if you own the money in a form of information, you are fulfilled. You are fulfilled. And you will see that the whole society's resources is your money. Is your money. And you can govern it whatever you want. You want to say you want to build a school, somebody build it for you. You want to build a nursing home, somebody build it for you. You want to build a career, a training institute, somebody build it for you. You need to mm, participate in it, but it works as you want, and you think that that's your money. If you have the mindset that money is in a form of information, and you think that whatever people are doing, they are they are working on your money. So do you dare to have this idea? Do you dare to have this idea that the whole society's resources is your money, is your resources? And if you owe the money in a form of energy, you participate in it, but you don't necessarily have your money to do that. Let me tell you many stories in our ecosystem, in our community, that how my master owed the money in a form of energy and information. And then we have many projects are going on. One day in a class, he shared about people was talking about um, business owner, because we are sharing this knowledge and is have people have the great transformation, and they understand about the root cause of life. They know how to build their life as they want. They know how to create their fulfilling life. So some of the students want to have the school or the class like this, but for business owner, so they know how to build like the lasting organization or the lasting enterprises. And they suggest that idea to my master. And my master said, okay, if everybody agrees, we'll have the school. We'll have the school. And then we have the 6 months 6 months course for business owner. And everybody stay in that school, and they're not allowed to go out and stay there, study from morning from 4, as I know. They study from 5:30 in the morning until midnight every day. And it's from this with various subjects, from inner being to health to beauty to relationship in a family, relationship in the business, relationship in interacting between people, and finance, understand about money, understand about business, understand about investment. And they learned about many skills, like they need to understand about laws, skills for business owners, social skills, many things, from morning until midnight within 6 months. And our we have, because um, the system works in our communities by works by blessing and merits. So all of the course in our communities has no fee. We don't have the fees for all courses. Only the public course um, for anyone who want to learn about the course, understand your inner being, cultivate the inner peace. It's only that course for everyone has the voluntary voluntary fee. Only that one has the voluntary fee. And when you start learning the intensive course, like the mental course for to become the inner being, coach and um, consultants, um, or the master degrees of the inner being, coach and consultant. So all of this course has no fee. You just need to have the interview with the teachers or the master, and they accept you, and they grant this scholarship, the scholarship to you. You just you just deposit a certain amount so that to make sure that you will be serious to study at the course. And at the end of the course, you will be you can take it back. You can take the your deposit back. And whoever wants to pay it forward, so they can give it to the organizations, to our organizations, to pay it forward, so that we have money to support the next class, the next course. So that's how we run our system. And with this business owner course, we do the same. Everybody just have to pay the fee for. It's not the pay. They have they need to deposit the fee as the same the amount at the same amount they is need for their food, what they drink, all of their spends within 6 months. And after that 6 months course, they can they can request to take their deposit back. And those who want to pay forward, they can send a form and note in the form that I want to pay it forward. So we'll use that money for um, to for opening the next course. So that's how we is work. To have the course 6 months like that, it needs a lot of money. But from the idea to have the business owner's course like that, there are our organizations don't have that big amount of money, but we just open it and we have that idea, and then many resources comes to us. So we just run we know how to run that cash flow, that money, that resources. So that's how we owe the money in a form of energy, in a form of energy. And since that, there are many projects released is during this period of time. We are running some a project to build an institute. It's like libraries, libraries. We call it human libraries, where we um, where we have advisors, where we have consultant or coach who can work with people to have them understand about their root cause of their life, the root cause of their life, so that they can like stand above their issues, the problems, and they can build a life as they want. And we aim to have such human libraries in every word. I think every word of our in Vietnam. As I remember, there is more than 15,000 words in Vietnam. In each province, we have several words, and in each words, we aim to build one human library. Of course, to have a basic library, we need at least 100 books in each library, so um, we can ask to have the local library, and that's why we have courses to train their inner being consultant and coach, and mentor degree and master mentor degree, uh, and even we have their post master degree of the inner being coach and consultant, so that we can, and in each human libraries we have some inner being coach and consultants um, who run those human library, and to have such you know more than 15 human libraries like that, we need a lot of resources, and we're working on that. We're working on that. We also have another projects um, for beauty, for health, in every word of each province. And we also want to build their training centers where many 6 month course is running. So we have 6 month course for business owners. We have 6 month course for inner being coach and consultant, and we also have a 6 month course for um, um, Eastern medicine doctors, and there are many projects are going on. So to do all of these things, there we need a lot of resources, and so where is the resources the money comes from? This comes from the whole society. It's come from the societies. But if we think that I when I have money, I will contribute to the society, I will give, it won't happen in this way, in that way. If when you have little of money and you don't give it, so how can you guarantee you have the big amount of money you will give it? Right. So if you want to use your material, like what you owe to give or to do any projects, it won't happen that way. And if it happens, that is very limited resources. You only can have the unlimited resources when it comes from the whole societies, when it comes from the society's resources. And if you want to have the society's resources to do what you want, you need to have the mindset that money is energy, is in the form of energy. So anchor, if you anchor money in a form of energy and information, whenever you want to have the material manifestation of it, you just switches to this state, this form, material manifestation. So, but those who have the money in a form of information, in a form of energy, but when they need the material manifestation of money, they don't know how to do that. So, it's not the rich person that we are talking about. So those who are truly rich, they anchor the money in a form of information and in a form of energy. And whenever they want to do something, they want to conduct a project, a project, and they know how to transfer it to in a form of material manifestation. They're able to do that. So they are truly rich, and they know how to govern the money of the society to realize their dream. So that is how we can understand about money. Mm. We understand money in a form of material manifestation. We understand money in a form of energy, and we understand money in a form of information. So when do you have money? When you have money, usually you store it in properties, real estate, in your real estate, in your assets, or in your investments. Like somebody um, anchor it in gold. Somebody use diamonds, right? Or the valued um, value objects or items. But it's limited. It's limited. It's limited. And when if you want to have the society's resources, you need to um, anchor your money in the form of energy, form of informations. So that's why to to um, to anchor the money in a form of energy, you need to create a value for the society. So you can accumulate blessing. You can accumulate blessings. So when you want to do something, you just use your blessing. And when if you anchor your money in a form of information, it means that whatever you know, your knowledge, your understanding, you use it to exchange the money. If you're working for if you're working for a company, you're using your knowledge, right? Your skills, so to exchange the money, your salary. And as long as you have the money in the form of information, uh, you will have the money as you want. I heard a story about their Jewish a Jewish when a Jewish encounter a thief, a rough uh, a robber, and they he said, "You can take everything on my body. Whatever you want, I will give it to you. Just leave one thing to me. Just leave my heads on my body. Just leave the head on my body." Because they believe that with their head with the information that they have in their mind, they can build everything from zero again because they have information. Because they have the information. And there are many parents, they want their children have the better future. So they support their children to study hard, study a lot, and they could do whatever to have their children can go to school, can learn whatever they want. But there are some families, they don't think that way. They think that um, their families are poor, and at that moment they need money. So they ask their children to work at home to support the family. And at that time, the family who ask their children work with the at that very young age, they have the money that they want. But in the future, we can see that there is no future for their children because they thought money in a form, they think about money in a form of material manifestation, something that they owe. But a family who do whatever they can do to help their children can study. So in the future, their their children go to college, university. When they graduated, they have their own business. They work for a big company, for example, and they have money to support the family. It's not just money; they can have big money. So for the scenarios, the second scenario, the family who supports their children to study, they at first they anchor money. They anchor money in the form of informations. When they have their children go to school, so their children have the information, learned knowledge, learn something. So at that time, we don't save money in that family, but actually they have already. It's in a form of information. It's in a form of information. So with the information that you have, you're able to have the money in the form of energies. Because with the knowledge that you have, with the skills that you have, you can create value. So when you create value, you accumulate blessing, right? You accumulate blessing. You accumulate blessing. So when you have blessings, you can exchange it into um, the material manifestation of money. Like you can exchange it into money, or you can use, you can just keep it in the blessing, and then when your blessings you can accumulate more blessing more and more. It generates the positive state within you, and it can generate a very big resources for you when you transform, when you turn the money in the form of energy into the form of material manifestation, and you use it up. There's no blessing and no money anymore. But if you keep your the money in the form of energies for a long time, you just accumulate more blessings and you have more positive particles, you have more positive mass within you, so you increase, you raise your vibrational frequency, and you can have a very, very good material experience in life. So from the money in the form of information, this will be, can transform it into the energy, and from the energy, it will become the material manifestation. Sometimes from the informations you have, you can have directly to material manifestation form of money. If you have the very, very um, in, important information in an area, in an industry, or in a field, and you sell it to a company, for example, so you have money, right? But with the information that you have, you can't create value. So you accumulate blessing. So it will be in the form of energy. And if you keep the money in the form of information and energy, and you accumulate more and more blessings, informations, upgrade your skills, your knowledge with a deeper um, knowledge, you create more blessings, you create more values to the society, you have more blessings. And then when it's big enough, great enough, so you can ask whatever you want. And that's why there is a coach said your certificate or degree represents for your past, and the material, the wealth that you have represents for your present. But learning ability represents for your future. Degrees, your certificate represents for your past. The wealth represents for your present. And only the learning ability represents for your future. Learning ability is the information. The informations. So when we talk about oneself, and if within money in a form of information or in a form of energy, in a form of information, it means that you want to do something. You don't need to participate in it. You don't need to involve in it. But somebody could do that. It means that you can say that you have money to do that, and they do that for you. You want to build a school, you don't need to have money to do that. They have their money and they build a school, and you can say that that's your money, and they build it. Of course, we don't ask our for our possessions. We just say it means, with that mindset, we understand that the whole society's resources is ours. And if you want to do something, you share your plans, you share your projects to others, and they understand your what you want to do, and they have resources to support you, and they support you with ever resources that they have. So you don't need to have money to do that. The society resources will come to have you realize your dream. It means that the money like comes to you and you use it. You use it to do that project. So you have the money in a form of energy. It means that possession, but not possess. Possession, but not possess. Possession, but not possess. Does anyone have any question here? So we have some concept about money, but today I think we can stop here, and hopefully everybody understands money in a form of material manifestation, in a form of energy, and in a form of information. Whatever you want to do, don't limit yourself with the resource that you have, because money is in a form of energy and information as well. You want to do something, just plan for it and share it to others. And we also have like procedure. We have the standards. How do we mm, how do we value or uh, evaluate if that project is worth our investment? And in the upcoming sections, we'll share about that. We'll share about that. If there is no question here and no um, doubt, so thank you very much, everyone, for your presence. I'm so happy to share this. I think it's quite new concept about money to everyone, so we can have unlimited money. Because if you think money with the pocket, with the one that you have in a pocket or in your bank account, or in your assets or in your properties, is limited. But if you think the money that you have around you in the society, so that is unlimited. You just understand that principles and know how to govern it. So you owe this whole society's resources. Thank you very much for your presence. Thank you very much for your support, your heart, and I'm so grateful for the knowledge that I have learned so I can expand, broaden my horizons, and I'm so grateful for the chance that I learned this beautiful knowledge, and the chance that I can work on the path with my master, with the people, like-minded people in my community. Thank you very much, and let's build a very beautiful, meaningful, purposeful community where people have each other to become rich. It's not rich in the material manifest, like the material form, but we have the holistic wealth, the wealth in wisdom, the wealth in state of mind, the wealth in character, the wealth in virtue, the wealth in physics, the wealth in competency, and the wealth and material. Thank you very much, everyone. Good night.